This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
The Philippines has a unique history, culture, and artistry. For Nico Moreno, Professor Armando Salarza, and Ron Dizon, it is this uniqueness that they are promoting, preserving, and reinventing, not just to the world, but to fellow Filipinos. I'm Amlyn Veloso, and this is our story. Sophisticated, elegant, and classy. Characteristics that Nico Moreno of Ibarra Watches want people to associate with his brand. More than just a watch, Moreno hopes that through his brand, they can reinvent the wrong impression of Filipino time to Filipino on time.
Time is a very important aspect in people's lives. People have bad impressions on Filipinos kasi palagi nalilate because it's instantly an impression that you give them without them even seeing you. I believe that when you have a nice watch, it's a tool, not just a statement. In a way, it also teaches you to make use and be more aware of the time so that you can make use of the time productively. My name is Nico Moreno, and I am the owner and the founder of Ibarra Watches, and we've been in the market for about 8 months. I never owned a watch growing up, but it was a language that I felt that I needed to learn in order to build your own personal branding. Growing up, we had a lot of struggles, and in a way, being able to have the proper mindset and how to really watch over time, it really played an important role, especially in how I became who I am and what I am today. For people who know my family, of course, especially back in the 70s or in the 80s, we, in a way, were quite affluent in the society, but then of course, due to some terms of, the wheels of fate, of course, some certain things that happened and businesses failed, and eventually there was a certain point in time that we were forced to live in the slums. There came a point that we really lived by the day. So every second counted. We really needed to make every move precise. We really need to manage, our time very well in order to make both ends meet. I did get a scholarship in college. I took a physics with specialization in material science, which in a way, I guess, reflects my technical interest also, especially with watches, because it is an engineering marvel and engineering art that opened my eyes also to reality. And in a way, as I started Ibarra and a watch brand, I wanted to impart a mindset reflecting how I also utilized the concept of time in my life, and also how my family maximized our time. When I created it, I wanted it to become the watch that pretty much had the Filipino in mind. There hasn't really been a Filipino brand that you can instantly say that, upon hearing the name, that's Filipino. Ibarra, of course, we all know the image created by our national hero in his novels, which I guess we are all aware because of the Rizal Law. Diba? I mean, we were all required to read No Elementary and El Filibusterismo in high school. So in a way, we have that soft spot for Crisostomo Ibarra, which we can instantly identify ourselves with. If you have a watch that's Ibarra, yes, it's different. So, when people look at your watch, it seems, it looks really nice. So that's the first aspect. It has to have that beautiful first glance, which in a way, as the craft itself, it looks elegant, it looks nice. Same time, it's also an impression that you offer people. Sometimes, like some of the clients that I've had said that they feel like they're looking at home when they look at their watch. So it's that connection that I wanted to establish. I started to design the watch and choose the parts to be used for the watch September of 2014. During May, when I launched the website, I only had one SKU. I treated it as somehow my learning launch. People wanted a watch, they were looking for variants, they were looking for other options. I decided to launch quartz movements first, quartz watches, so at least the practicality is still there. And from then on, people had that retention already, Ibarra as a watch brand. I really invested on the quality coming from the manufacturing sector also. When I was in corporate, I was in manufacturing. I really value quality a lot because you have to give people, their money's worth, for one thing. Quality can translate to cost, even for the customer, but you have to make them see the investment in it. One downside though that Ibarra has right now is of course the variety of watches that we have. Of course, since we are starting, we only have a few models out in the market. But you have to start somewhere, and even though you don't have much resources, you have to make best of what you have. So it starts from there, and we're continuously innovating and trying to look for more ways in order to take it up a notch and really earn the respect also of people who are really particular when it comes to their watches. More than establish a watch brand, I'd rather be able to help inform and inspire people to use their time more efficiently, because I believe that Filipinos are very talented. I know that there's a bright future ahead of of every Filipino, and we all have stories that are worth telling. And if we can just help each other, it's keeping that hope. That's also why I wanted to name the brand Ibarra. Although Ibarra is also Simon in El Filibusterismo, Ibarra had that hopeful sense or hopeful image and that ideal image that if people can remember Crisostomo Ibarra in the novels of Jose Rizal, he was a person of course, who knew sophistication and style. But apart from that, more importantly, he's a person of substance and heart. Yun ang pinaka-importante. And I believe every Filipino has that. They just have to really find that opportunity to show it and really express it. Filipino time on time. We wanted to create a paradigm shift. People saw Filipino time to be, say, late. We want Filipino time to be changed so that people can be on time. So we want to redefine the notion of Filipino time. That is what I want to call Ibarra time, because that is the movement that we want to start. We want to somehow help change the mindsets of people so that they would look at time differently. It's the usual hobby of people that they talk about watches, and if they notice your watch, they would ask, "What watch are you wearing?" "Oh, it's an Ibarra." "What's an Ibarra?" Now you have a story to tell. Sino nga ba si Ibarra? And ano nga ba yung brand na yun ng relo? There is a watch brand called Ibarra. It's a serious brand, it's a serious dream that we want to last for generations. It's just a matter of time.
Anong Petron difference? Lahat ng Petron